Welcome to the Prime Real Estate Network channel on YouTube. I'm your host, Mr. Prime Real Estate, Ric Davis.
And I'm your host, the Texas Real Estate King, LarryWBrooks.
Every week, the King and I will provide you exclusive access to our network of lenders, investors, and real estate professionals from both the commercial and residential real estate sectors.
Now, are you millionaire minded? Or maybe you're a millionaire in the making. Make sure that you subscribe so you can get connected to the network. And always remember, the Prime Real Estate Network, where millionaires are in the making.
Create wealth for generations.
What's up, Prime Real Estate Network listeners? It's your man, LarryWBrooks, a.k.a. the Texas Real Estate King. Hey, when you get a moment, go ahead and go over to shoplwb.com. You can see the Pure Hustle merchandise that we had over there, some of our newer items that we have in stock, and of course, I got all the books that I've authored. I'd love for your support. You have a great day.
Good day. Welcome to the Prime Real Estate Network podcast. I'm your host, Ric Davis. If you don't follow me on social media, I invite you to do so at Prime Real Estate Ric. If you're looking to buy, sell, or invest in residential or commercial real estate anywhere in the great state of Texas, but especially here in our lovely city of Houston, feel free to reach out to me directly on Instagram at Prime Real Estate Ric. As always, it's an honor and a pleasure to be here this week with you on the show. And I want to urge everyone in the audience to get involved. If you're checking us out live on Facebook or YouTube, get into that comment section, submit a relevant real estate question to myself or the Texas Real Estate King, and you may very well have your question answered on today's show. I want to take a little time to introduce my co-host. He is not only a highly successful real estate broker, he's a multi-time author, serial entrepreneur, and the proud proprietor of the Pure Hustle clothing brand. I want to thank him so much for sitting in with us this week on the Prime Real Estate Network Live. And I'd like to introduce the Texas Real Estate King, Mr. Larry W. Brooks. How are you? Unmute yourself, Larry. Unmute yourself.
Oh, I had my mute on. Sorry, y'all didn't get a chance to really dive deep with that energy I just gave y'all. But man, just in the studio, man, got that Brooks and Davis Perry on the days. Had an awesome start to the morning. You know, I went and I spoke at Champion School of Real Estate this morning to a group of new and young students, a group of young, energetic students, over 50 of them in the class, man. So I was excited about getting that day started like that.
You know, for those members of our audience that are checking us out for the first time, could you talk a little bit about your relationship with Champion School of Real Estate, how long you've worked with them, and how you've seen it be beneficial for not only yourself, but for also those students that you have a chance to engage with?
Oh, man, definitely. And it's been many, many years, right? I've been licensed over 20 plus years. So I was actually got my licensing through Champion School of Real Estate. Right. And so just throughout that process as building our Brooks and Davis Real Estate Company, I've had an opportunity to just going over there and just really pointing to the new students, full-time, part-time, just being able to answer their questions, give them a vision on what real estate could look like for them as a licensee. And so this morning was just an opportunity to carry that on. And I'm excited. I'll be actually speaking with ACC in their real estate development school or class later on this evening. So, man, it's just one of those things of just, you know, giving back something that has given so much to me. And real estate is one of those things that has given me a lot.
You know, it's great that with your experience and your time in the industry that you still see the true value of getting out, exposing not only yourself, your brand, but also your real estate brokers to that next generation of agents. And it's good that there are still so many people that are still gravitating towards real estate as a profession, even with all the other opportunities that the world may present to them. So it's great that they still look at real estate as that avenue to change their and their family's lives.
And it's a big deal, man. It's tons of people, man. It always lightens my heart when I walk into those rooms and I'm able to see so many people, so many new faces every single week that's excited about doing what it is that you and I get to do on a daily basis that we've done for decades now. So, you know, it's always an honor and a pleasure to be able to speak with them and just be able to give them small tips and nuggets. And then, of course, invite them to be a part of the family, too.
You know, I agree totally. And once again, man, I want to take my hat off to you because especially a lot of people, especially in leadership positions in real estate, they talk about the value of doing the things that you do, but you're not just a real estate leader, but you are also a real estate leader in practice. So I urge everyone in the audience, especially if you're licensed, studying to be licensed, or just an affiliate, reach out. If you have questions about being a professional realtor, reach out to the Texas Real Estate King or myself. We will feel free to talk to you about everything that we have going on over here at Brooks and Davis Real Estate Firm. And that's the type of conversation that you enjoy having and that I enjoy having on a daily basis, man. So,
man, you know, let me also give a shout out to Manville, man. Manville High School's football team. They had their banquet on yesterday night, man. It was an amazing showcase, man. It's done unlike any other high school in our area. They really took care of the kids. The film work, the awards, the way that they pour into their seniors as well as their pro football program, man, just says an amazing job. So I want to give a shout out to Manville High School itself, but more importantly, the football program, the head coach over there, and all of the other coaches that make that team so wonderful. Shout out to the student athletes that have already left to go to the next level. Shout out to all of the student athletes that academically performed amazingly throughout not only the district but the state, and then definitely my son, my legacy, Larry W. Brooks III. You know, just congratulations on all your awards, son, and just you being a banger. Congratulations on, you know, he's received. I don't know if I told you this, Rick, but last week he received his very first offer for powerlifting, and then he received another one on yesterday. So shout out to my son receiving his offer.
Offers, man. Offers.
Man. So
that's live, you know, man.
It's a warm feeling, man.
No, I appreciate you, sharing. Also giving flowers to the school, to the program, to the team, because a lot of times, especially with scholastic sports, you hear a lot of the downside. You hear a lot of the things that as a parent you would wish kids wouldn't be exposed to. So for you to publicly talk about how you are impressed with how much Manville is pouring into their students is something that I'm sure they appreciate. And at the same time, I think it's a breath of fresh air for other parents out there, because I have always been impressed, especially here in the greater Houston area, the type of resources and the type of energy and effort these public high schools actually do put into propping up and spotlighting and highlighting their shining stars as far as students are concerned. So I agree totally. You know, I want to talk a little bit about today's guest. You know, one of the cool things about hosting this platform with you is that over our different seasons, we've had an opportunity to surprise our regular viewers with some of the business owners and entrepreneurs that were able to gain a commitment to be in and talk with us. So could you talk a little bit about this week's guest and how we were able to gain her commitment to sit in and be interviewed on today's show?
Definitely, man. I'm excited for this week's guest, man. And not only that, you know, when you introduce me, you always talk about serial entrepreneur. And this week's guest is the epitome of what serial entrepreneur is, right? Because not only are you a person that creates your own different businesses, but you love to pour into other people to help them create several streams of incomes and several streams of opportunity, man. And that's this week's guest. You know, I invite all of our audience to not after leaving this platform, you go, you follow her, you subscribe. You know, she has a subscription page that you can definitely get more details, more opportunities of touches with her and conversations with her. I invite you all to do that. But I'm excited just to have her on here just so she can share a few of the gems and things like that she continues to pour into different people that are part of her organization, her community, and her platforms.
I mean, and without any further ado, I'd like to introduce this week's guest. This queen is not only a mentor, educator, professional realtor, tax expert, serial entrepreneur, but she is also the star of the to-be original show, Real Tax Bosses of Texas. I want to thank her so much for sitting in on the Prime Real Estate Network Live, and I'd like to introduce Miss Dynasty Hamilton. How are you?
I am doing amazing, guys. Is my mic on?
Your mic is on. Yeah.
I am doing amazing. I want to say, Rick and Larry, thank you guys so much for having me, thinking about me, seeing me. You guys inviting me here just makes me want to go harder. We never know who's watching. For those of you out there, I just want to give a word of advice off the top. Your social media is your resume in today's world. So make sure you're putting some good stuff on your resume.
No doubt about it.
Absolutely.
Look at that, giving gems off top. You just got on and you giving them some wisdom. Because I never look at it that way, but you're right. That is definitely your resume.
You know, Ms. Hamilton, thank you so much, because Larry and I know we are in tax season. We know you are a true tax boss of the state of Texas. And on Thursdays, Larry and I like to joke every week how it's almost like the busiest day of the week for business owners. So thank you so much for sitting in with us for a little while. But for the members of our audience that are being introduced to you for the first time, could you talk a little bit about your diverse business interests, introduce yourself, and about what motivates you as a business owner and entrepreneur?
Okay, once again, guys, my name is Dynasty Hamilton. I'm a Florida native. I'm currently 35 years old. I have 2 children. I have always been good at sales. When I was like 12, I used to make jewelry. I used to sell color contacts to girls. I got my hands on some of the little belts, the little LED belts we used to, it's to say your name, come around the belt. I've sold those, and this was all before I turned 18. So when I became an adult, I took a special liking to skincare, and my serious entrepreneur journey started maybe 2014, and I got serious about skincare products. At the time, I was selling virgin hair weave because it was just the wave at the time. And I would sell hair to people, and I'm like, man, people's skin. And so I'm always mixing up all this stuff. And I went to school. I became a full specialty hair, skin, and nails esthetician. Well, I opened up my first brick and mortar, I want to say 2017. And when I opened up the brick and mortar, I had to hire other estheticians to come work. Yeah. And that's when I was like, okay, I'm doing this for real. This is not just hustling. I need systems in place. Yeah. I need to have POS. It's not just come, And so I started learning from there. But most importantly, some of the things that I was doing, some of my techniques was so advanced. And I'm looking at skincare in Korea. I'm looking at skincare in Vietnam. I'm not looking at what people in my sphere of influence is doing. And so now I'm getting a lot of attention for this. Like, I'm bleaching skin. I'm doing all type of stuff. I'm doing the natural thing. And people started calling me their coach. And I'm like, I'm just doing my thing. And so people started coming from everywhere to learn how to make their spas make more money. I took a liking to body sculpting. At this time, this is the beginning of the Black BBL surgery. Yeah. I want a part of it, right? It's lucrative. The most important part is the aftercare, and I want a piece of the pie. So I went to Colombia, and I learned in Colombia how to do the massages, opening up, draining. I learned, and I got a hold of this equipment. And this equipment, I became a distributor of this vacuum therapy machine. And it wasn't for just everyday body sculptors. I was selling it to plastic surgeons. Wow. So in exchange, I was getting the plastic surgery knowledge. And so it kind of opened up now people from everywhere know me because this young girl, she went to Colombia. Yeah. And she learned how to do what we do, but she took it overseas. I'm the person, I'm always going to take it to the max. That's me. I go hard or go home. And I began to gain influence. At the time, I didn't know it was influence. I didn't know. I'm just being myself. And in the midst of this, I go through this crazy divorce in the midst of all of this. And so I got my brick and mortar, people paying me to fly me out to train their teams. And one of the most important parts was you got to have products, whether you're doing skincare or whether you're doing the body. Yeah. And so I realized people keep asking me, what type of oils do you use? What do you do? And I'm like, I'm not getting paid for these referrals. Yeah. And I'm kind of burnt out too, because I'm not only am I working here local, I got people coming from all over the place to learn my techniques. They want to get the training because I have to train them, then distribute the machine. I'm all over the place. So I had entrepreneurs burn out. Yeah. So I decided I need to figure out how to duplicate myself. At the time, I probably was making on average $75 to $150 per customer. Yeah. I said, how can I duplicate myself without somebody talking about it, without somebody calling out, without somebody telling me what they're going to do, what they're not going to do? Somebody died, and now I got to console you because you're here. Like, it's just too much.
No doubt.
But it needs to be done. I need to leverage what I have while it's golden. Yeah. I decided to create my own product line. Yeah. And I said, what is the average price that people pay me for my most sold service? And that average price was about $150. My body sculpting sessions was like $150 a session. And then I was doing the skin lightening, combining it with that. And so they needed skincare products. Yeah. And I duplicated myself and I created a kit for $150. Yeah. So every time a person came, this is the product. I'm not worried about the service. You already sold on that and I know what I'm doing. And so now this is what you're going to use at night. This is what and they're going to get up and they're going to give me another $150 for the service and the product. So now I'm not exchanging all my time for money. Mm-hmm. So now I kind of got some system. And when I saw how people fell in love with the products, mainly because I was making the products, I wasn't this comfortable talking and speaking. I used to hate my raspy voice. I didn't get this comfortable until the pandemic made me get comfortable. Right. And so I got these products. So now I'm like, okay, but mind you guys, I'm going through a divorce. There's just so much going on. God tells me to move to Texas. I'm in Florida. God says, go. I'm fasting for 2 weeks. At the end of this fast, God, like, sell everything, go to Texas. I'm like, I never even visited Texas. I've never been to Texas. Wow. I don't know one soul in Texas, and you're saying go? Wow. And I'm like, okay. So I go on this 120-day fast, and I unplug from social media. I stopped going out, let my phone go off, and I just stayed home for 4 months. And I cried. I healed. I did nothing but vegetables for 4 months. Mm-hmm. I came off this fast and I could never eat a piece of meat again. This was the end of 2019. Yeah. So when I come off this fast, I'm doing fish. And I'm like, I don't want to eat meat. But I lost so much weight because I've been doing vegetables for 4 months. Mm-hmm. Nobody's seen me. I done left Florida. I'm in Texas. I popped back out on the internet. I guess, maybe glory had hit my skin or my life or something. But people can feel. That's the power of social media. People can feel emotions. When we post pictures, they feel it. When you post your clothing brand, people can feel your connection. When you talk and we show up, people, they get to feel it. They get to be a part of it. Yeah. And I learned that at this time, 2020. So we don't know it's going to be a pandemic yet. I'm thinking I'm finna go here. They have the highest paid estheticians. I'm going to open up a business, a brick and mortar. I'm going to do it all over again. Unbeknownst to me, that's not what was going to happen. Yeah. So I moved and I get there. The whole world shuts down. And y'all got to remember, we were real scared of COVID in the beginning now.
That's right.
We ain't bold as we is now, like a little mask and turmeric. No,
there wasn't no touching then either. So for a business that was touching people like yours, like esthetician, that was like no touching for a little while. Right. So that was a whole thing itself. Yep.
So in my mind, I'm thinking I'm gonna do this. Nothing. Nothing. Like we're closed in. So I got an opportunity to join a network marketing company, and they were teaching internet marketing. Lifestyle marketing through the internet. It was total life changes. Mm-hmm. And one of the things in these groups, they were like, you got to get up every day. You got to show up every day. And I'm just copying what they're doing. And these people who haven't seen me in God knows when, these people they're buying into it.
Yeah.
You look different. Where are you? Whatever you're selling, I want.
Yeah.
So I just started, at the time I wasn't talking on my platform, but I would go live and I would just make the products.
Yeah.
And people buy. I don't have no website. I don't got nothing. They're buying. So I'm making up to $1,000 a day through the DMs.
Wow.
Through the DMs.
Yeah. Wow.
2020. I'm like,
yeah.
If I'm doing that and I'm not talking, these people they're talking, I need to talk.
Yeah.
I fast 40 days. It's the summer of 2020. I fast 40 days, 40 nights. I come off this fast. Mind you, I'm pescatarian. Can't eat a piece of meat, can't eat anything. So now I'm raw vegan at this point. I'm raw vegan, but I'm showing my audience, like they're seeing the change. They're seeing the juice. And they want a piece. They're buying in. Like this girl is, in the pandemic, everybody's depressed. Everybody's down. And she's going the opposite way in the middle of a pandemic. We want a part. So now I built out this whole team of people who want to do network marketing with me, who want to be a part. They're calling me coach.
Yep.
They're calling me, and I tell some of the leaders on my team this all the time. We don't choose who we lead. Leaders choose, followers choose who they want to lead them.
Yeah.
We don't get to say, hey, Larry, I want you to follow my morning routine or my lifestyle. No. You say, you know what? I love what she do. I want to be a part of that. I want to do what she do. I want to follow what she do. We don't get to choose them. So all these people chose me as a leader. I might have not had as strong leadership skills as I do now, but I was able to build a team of 75 and coach them virtually. People I've never met in my life.
Yeah.
People that are coming via social media. So now I went from this business. I was hustling. I ain't even say it was business, but now I was hustling. I'm hustling skincare. I'm hustling like all this stuff. I got the products. I got the service. I got the mobile. I'm hustling. Well, there's no more hustling. I'm just straight selling products. Yeah. I'm home. I'm selling products. I'm making $30,000. I don't even have a website. I take that 40 days, that 40 night. I pray to God, God, give me a solid strategy. I'm talking about the colors, my target audience. Back then, I was just selling skincare. I said, God, give me my competitive edge in this market. I don't want to be like everybody else. I don't want to be the girl that just shows up. Give me something that has eyes haven't seen, ears haven't heard. Yeah. And God was like, okay, hyperpigmentation, skin discoloration. You're going to make a lot of money. That's your target audience. You ain't for those, the white people. This is how you talk. This is going to be your target. Yeah. But it's going to be skin correction, corrective skincare. He gave me everything. I came off that fast. I executed everything. And I want to say like maybe within that first 4 months of literally praying, God, I would pray, God, show me exactly what it needs to look like. How many products? Literally had a dream, wrote it all down, made probably $350,000 within the next 120 days of fasting, nothing but liquids for 4 months, fasting, praying, no drinking, no partying, no going out.
Yeah.
You know, Larry, she's
sorry, guys. I had a call.
Go ahead. No.
I'm learning influence, how to be an influencer, right? Now people see the power I got. They see me at I'm posting and everything. So now the industry, I'm getting flown out for speaking panels. Now this next version of me is being birthed. Yeah, I'm not just hustling. I know when I show up on these panels, I got to have something foolproof. I need to have, you can talk about making money all day, but if you don't have a system and if you haven't built a blueprint for the things that you do to where you can help other people make money, because you can't make money by yourself.
That's right.
You can create a plan by yourself, but you can't make money by yourself. So I learned, these people not just coming because they want to be like me. These are destiny helpers. Yeah. Now I'm understanding everything from a spiritual point. These are my destiny helpers. So now God showed me how to lead. Now I'm getting into this, and it just took my career to the next level because I'm not just telling people what to do. I'm literally praying, God, give me strategies for these people. What they're not willing to fast and pray for, and they're coming to me as their leader. Hey, here's this, here's that. If you execute it, And now people seeing success. This girl is a visionary. She's a gold mine.
Yeah.
I'm linking up with her. I'm making money.
Yeah.
You know, like wealth is contagious.
That's
If
right.
you're around
Absolutely.
people every day getting money and they're on that
Right.
high vibration, money is attracted to high vibrations.
That's
They're
right.
moving fast. We're not talking about anything hurtful. I probably cry out of 7 days a week. I probably cry 5 nights a week. But that's after I get up and make my money.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
That's after I get up. I can cry in a 5-bedroom, 5-bath. I'm okay with that.
No doubt.
Yeah, after that, you know, it's attracted to high vibrations. It's attracted to fast pace. You got to move. You can't sit down.
That's right.
And I'm learning this.
That's
I'm
right.
finding leaders for myself. Miles Monroe,
Yeah.
Dr. Cindy Trim. I'm online. I'm staying dedicated. I'm reading. I'm building myself up. Now I have a vision for myself. Oh, yeah, you're a leader.
Yeah.
This is who you are. And I started, okay, now I need books. Now I need journals. I wrote my first book, How to Make 30K in 30 Days.
That's what's up.
I built a mentorship group off of how to make 30K in 30 days.
Yeah.
Then I ran into an issue. They don't have the product and services to make 30K in 30 days. So I said, that's not what they need. What shifted my life and gave me freedom? It's all about freedom, right?
Mm-hmm. It's all about freedom.
Duplicating myself with a product line brought me freedom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mind you, I never went back to touching people.
Yeah.
Okay, I need to help people get the same freedom. There's so many women taking care of their children by themselves. I work from home all day.
Yeah.
I didn't need a man to make me a stay-at-home mom. God, I prayed. I said, God, I don't want to drop my kids off here and there. I don't want to be doing this. I don't want to be doing that. I want to be home with my children.
Yeah. You know, I want you to touch on because I've watched you help. I've watched you. Is it me? Rick, can you hear me, Rick?
We can't hear you, Larry.
Oh, hold on. Let me see. All right. Can you hear me now?
You good?
I still can't hear.
You can't
No,
hear
I
me?
You're
can hear you,
saying
Larry.
something to me.
Okay, you go for it, Rick. You move forward.
No, Miss Hamilton is great. Now, thank you so much for your. Can you hear me?
You, Ricky?
She can't hear me.
I can't
as well.
hear either one of you guys if you're talking.
Oh,
wow.
okay. So it's not us then. Okay.
If you're
Okay.
talking, I can't hear you.
Okay.
Okay. Well, I tell you what. Let's see. Because you know, Larry, the great thing about her story that I am like really resonating and gravitating towards is how she not only steps out on faith, but also how she's always really doggedly dedicated to a vision.
That's right.
You know, a lot of times, especially when you make these type of transitions, you change locales, you change professions, you change core competencies. A lot of times you can suffer from a lack of confidence that you're making the correct decision. But you mentioned that you have to be faithful, you have to move forward, you have to be diligent and be consistent. And from that standpoint, she shows so many of those same traits that we've seen through our most successful entrepreneurs that we've had an opportunity to interview. What about Miss Hamilton's story, Larry, resonated with you as she so eloquently walked her through her path as a business owner?
You know, the thing is the ability to be prayed up, right? Knowing where your strength is, where your strength lies, man. So her being able to just come in and talk about where her strengths lies, being able to pray and really get vision, get clarity and things of that matter. Because that was one of the things that I wanted you, and welcome back, Miss Hamilton. One of the things that I want you to touch on is that I've seen you, talk about how you've helped other people put like beauty products in place. I think you were talking to, you had a line where you help barbers, because we, all those guys, we get our cuts every week. But one of the things I was telling my barber about, I was telling him about you and how you would help other barbers put products in place that can allow them to not only be cuts, and when people get done, one of the things we say is, well, what can I do for this? What can I do for that? So it kind of touches, like you said, when it comes to the skin line and things of that matter. So I wanted you to kind of touch on some of the way that you've helped some people with products themselves.
Yes. So I realized people need freedom. And I was like, you know what? They need, in order, if I'm going to coach them on how to make $1,000 a day, they need to have enough products or services that can make them $1,000 a day.
That's right.
So I realized, I said, look, if I could help people start their own product line. And so I started a product development course back in 2021. And right now we are on number 76. of people who've come and created successful lines, not people who've just come, people who've created successful lines. We just started helping people. I just started reaching back out to some of those people, helping them to leverage. Okay, what is it that customers don't like? What, get more systems in place. And now we're helping entrepreneurs get their products in Walmart. We're helping them get them on Amazon. We're also helping them build out affiliate programs, because remember, we can't make the money by ourselves.
That's right.
And when people see I've done over $1 million in this company, selling products, no ads, no influencers, no coach, no mentor, no nothing.
Yeah.
People want to know, like, how can I do it?
Yeah.
I built out a blueprint. Hey, I have a product development course. Let me help you create products that you can actually sell. Not only that, we have the systems to go to it. Some people just say, I love what you do. I private label my products. Now most people buy my products wholesale. Yeah. They love the results. They see the results. They don't have to figure out marketing. They watch me every day. They'll buy the products that they literally will create video, literally word for word, everything I say, everything I do, they will actually do. So helping people create that product line to make money every single day. If you get sick and you cannot show up, people should be able to have what we call a sleep coin.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. A sleep coin. Also, I literally leverage so much to every entrepreneur that has started a product line with me. Let me help you put together a 5-day guide, 15-day guide, where you can have a digital product, lead magnet, stuff you can sell. Oh, if you do this for 5 days, a 5-day fasting guide or a 5-day skin detox guide. Yeah. And now you got a digital product, because we all need to be in a digital market space. Yeah. We all should be having digital money, digital coin. We should all have a sleep coin, something that while we're sleeping, when I wake up, I click on my Shopify.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yay, I learned how to make money in my sleep.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like it's important for everybody to have a piece of them and be producers. God said, subdue the earth, multiply, and subdue the earth. He said that means take over, have dominion, and multiply. Yeah. He said, take whatever you can get out of the earth. Take whatever you can. I took the turmeric. Yeah. I took the body butter off the earth. And now I'm multiplying. And that's what gives me dominion. Yeah. You ain't got money. You ain't got power. That's just the reality. I always tell people the Bible says money answereth all things. Money brings power. Money brings respect. Nobody just respects you because you poor and you begging. No.
Yeah.
That's the
money,
reality.
Power, respect, no doubt about it. Yep.
That's the reality. And we as us, we get comfortable talking about money. We get comfortable saying, I love money. Money loves me. Money comes to me easily and effortlessly. And so
that's on my phone. That's on my screensaver on my phone. That right there. Yep.
Yes, I've had to, and that was one of the main things. Even last night, I just took on another product development customer, and one of the things that she said was, "Money is the root of all evil." I said, "Baby, we're not gonna have a good. That's not. If that's your belief, you're not gonna be successful in your business, in your brand as a producer." See, you got consumers and you got producers.
That's right.
Once I learned the difference, I'm like, I can make that. I can make that. Now, I do believe in paying people to do what they specialize and where they're anointed at. So that's the law of reciprocity. People pay me where I'm anointed at.
That's right.
But for the most part, I believe in being a producer. I believe every day I need to make money every single day.
Yeah.
And I may not be able to talk to a person every day. I may not be able to, touch a person every day, but I can sell products. And I've actually built a whole life off of making products. So that was like my first little serious entrepreneurship in the industry. I still have my product line. From there, I realized that with doing skincare, a lot of what people put in their body comes out of their body.
That's right.
And so I realized that in order to help people get healthy skin, they got to have a healthy gut.
Mm-hmm.
So I started making like detox teas to help people, help me help them.
Yeah.
And then when I saw the effects and how it really worked,
Yeah.
now I'm selling tea. Now I'm like, what else can I use help clients detox?
Yeah.
What else can I do? What else? Okay, so when we pull everything out, we need to put the right stuff back in. All right, we're gonna sell CMOS. Okay, well, we're gonna sell Kaleido Silver. We're gonna like, and I thought about it, I'm like, it goes hand in hand. And I had such a dramatic one from being 300 pounds, depressed, on psych meds, all this stuff while I was married, to getting myself down, losing the weight, but not being fit, to having a lifestyle change, to being fit and being a Black raw vegan.
Yeah.
People they saw the change. So people wanted to know, what is it? What are you doing? And I'm like, I'm not finna sell other people products. The things that I like, apple cider vinegar, sea moss, like I'm gonna go create those things for myself. Yeah. And I got with a compounding pharmacy, these companies that create products, and I created my own line of health and wellness products.
Okay.
Shakes and teas, protein. You're vegan, you need some protein. Mm-hmm. So I created a plant-based protein. I created some appetite suppressant drops, apple cider vinegar gummies, sea moss gummies, an AMT, a PMT. So I created a whole line of supplements. Yeah. So not only do I have the line of skincare products, I have the line of supplements, which they both just keep me afloat throughout the year. Mm-hmm. So now I'm helping people look better. Now I'm helping people feel better. Yeah. Now as you get better, you will attract better, right?
That's right.
Yeah. I know for me, the money I made at 300 and something pounds ain't the same money that I make at my little 160 right now.
Oh, right? Little 160, okay.
Hey.
No, it's probably like 175, but I'm gonna say 160 for the show.
Love it, man.
My little 160.
Yeah.
Look, my little 160. I realized, like, as I got better, more opportunities came to me. Yeah. This is a part of the program I need to push, because if you're unmotivated, but you got the money in this moment to pay me for a product line, and you don't look like a product of the product, then I failed you as a coach. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So now you're going to give me $10,000 for coaching, because this is mindset, lifestyle, everything that it takes to help you really, really, really sell this product. Yeah. I just met a lady. I was at Buffalo Wild Wings. No, not Buffalo, Wingstop. Get my kids some wings. And I went back in to get some extra ranch because I had some fries, and I don't know what they put in that ranch. I don't know what they put in that.
But the way it hit, though.
That ranch.
It worked.
So I went back in, and the lady was like, "Your skin is so amazing." I keep samples on me. I gave her the oil. I gave her the soap. I had it in the front seat, gave it to her. I took her contact information, and I gave her my contact information. Didn't know nothing about her. I'm new to California. Haven't been here a whole month. Yeah. She hit me up 2 days later. She said, "Hey, I have a salon. I would love to put these products retail." She said, "I already see a difference in my face." Why? Because I'm a product of the product. She texted me yesterday, "Hey, my sister, this. She said, can I get at least 8 of these kits?" Being a product of the product, I didn't have to give out a card. I didn't have to do nothing but be greedy and wait for some extra ranch and make sure I am exactly who I say that I am. And my skin is really what I say that it is, without a filter. Now I made money. Now I made a new connection. Now I'm not making the money by myself. Now I'm helping another business generate revenue, another business generate new customers and clients, and also them helping me make money. I'm moving the product. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So that was one of the things that I had to, I got to teach these people how to move product. It's not just about creating a product line, being, looking good, being cute, doing your little content. You have to really show up. And one of the things about my product line that I was able to leverage is people love the fact, people love trauma. They love the fact that
it is what it is. Yeah.
she's by herself. She's single. She has no family. It's just her. No coach, no mentor. Her and these 2 children. And she's doing it with the children. She's able to do it. Like, she's doing her self-care routine. I got women that tell me they don't even, married women.
Yeah.
They don't even have time to wash their face. Girl, I be going to sleep, and sometimes I don't get to. You can't wash the free radicals and germs from the atmosphere off your face.
Yeah.
Because we haven't, especially as Black women, we haven't prioritized ourselves. And that's one of the things that I learned on my journey. You first, not the children, nobody else. You first. Yeah. If you're on an airplane and you're going and the cabin pressure gets low, they say, Mom, give yourself oxygen, then the kids, because you're the leader. If you don't give yourself oxygen, you die. The kids aren't smart enough. They're going to die with you. So if you save yourself first and then everybody else, because you're stronger and you have the skill set. So I learned to put myself first. And that's one of the things that I teach to my consumers.
Yeah.
And they like the coaching. They like the consistency. That's why y'all like athletes. Y'all ain't gonna get out there and do all that training. Y'all may scream at the TV like you will, but you love it because you love the power. You love to see the results of their training. You love to see it.
Yeah.
So now I got these products. I got people who want to redistribute the product. So I got the product line. I got the books. I launched my own journals in 2021. So every year I launch a journal called COVID, Creating Our Vision in Detail, because without a vision, the people perish.
Yeah,
for lack of, the lack of faith, lack of vision. You can't see where you're going, you're going to stumble. Yeah. So once I saw how important it is to see myself as who I want to be, and I understood how important vision is, I'm like, I want the girls to understand this. I want the men to understand that. So every year I launch it, I patent it. I mean, not patent, what do you call it? Whatever you do, where it's called COVID, Creating Our Vision in Detail. And so
I love the play on word though. That was pretty amazing. Like I like
COVID.
Yeah, for sure.
Because during COVID is when I had to sit in the house and I had to create a vision for myself.
That's right.
And it works. It works. So just writing out every day how you see yourself. So you get to A, you get to write. If you write, that's how we make everything legal in the earth. Yeah. Being able to see yourself, it has affirmation. So that brought me more people who wanted to be led. But then I'm like, you could have all these skills. You can't just give them away for free. People need to be able to, people need to be able to come and pay for the fasting you've done. Yep. Pay for the sacrifices you've made. Pray. They got to pay for that. Yeah. The knowledge and wisdom you have.
100%.
That's what you're monetizing now. Every day that you sit and you read a book and you take that knowledge and you multiply it to something else, it becomes a form of currency.
That's right. 100%.
For you, it's a form of currency. So now I'm like, okay, I can't give it away for free. You can't cash your pearls to the swine. Yeah. But most of the people who looking up to you, they've been in prison where you've been. I've been to prison. I did 10 years for drug trafficking. Mm-hmm. They've been to prison. They've been through all of this different stuff. They just weren't as strong as you to overcome this, overcome that, to get out of abusive marriage with a drug dealer that's beating you, knocking your teeth out, knocking you around. They don't know how to climb out of that. Not let's go get them some money.
Yeah. Yeah.
So now I'm like, okay, God, I got this system. I got this. Still pieces missing. I'm like, I can show them how to multiply the product, but now they got to pay me. Most can't afford to get the product, or they can't afford the coaching. I need something different. So I'm in Dallas. I'm living in Dallas at the time. And I'm on the weekend at the time. This is my hustling days, 2021, 2022, a little bit of 2023, 2021, 2022. I'm hustling. 2020, I'm hustling. And I would take my weight loss products and I would go to every barbershop, every salon. Hey, do you want to make more money being a beautician or a barber. Let me show you how to do an express facial. Let me show you how to, maximize, make 150, 175, sometimes depending on location. I've already done the market research for them before I went. So I'm gonna show you how to make $225 off of the same thing you're charging 30 and 40 for. Now you're gonna add this express facial to it. And not only are you adding it, you're gonna give them how often are they coming? They're coming every 2 weeks. Now you're gonna give them a 2-week regimen for their beard and their face when they go home. And now instead of making 30, 40, you done made 230, 240, because you've given them a kit. You also did your regular duties, and you've given them a facial. You got the steamer. You got, because the man don't want to massage a man. We got the little handheld massagers. You got the mask. You putting the mask on there, and you give this brother a time to be catered to. You give them a time to lay back, to relax, and come out of the male drama, have to be here, have to be egotistical. They get to close their eyes, and they get to just really unplug from everything, and they get to have an experience. And you get to give them the experience. And then when they go home, they're going to think about you every day. Every time they go in their bathroom to get ready, they coming back for more service because they're using their drops. They're using this, and it works. The products actually work. So now they're coming back. Oh, my gosh, this looks so good, bro. I've been having ingrown hairs, the little bump on the back of the neck, da-da-da-da. And now they done told their coworkers who got the little bumps on the back of the neck. And now you in business, right? So,
Dynasty, I gotta ask you, please, because there's members of our audience that have had so many ideas. One of the things about being an entrepreneur, Larry and I talk about, especially describing you and Larry as serial entrepreneurs, is that there are so many different business ventures that we've all embarked upon throughout our careers as business owners. So for those who have tried to unsuccessfully launch a product line in the past, or who have maybe tried to open up a tax office in the past and they really wasn't something that they thought was in their core competencies, or maybe they tried to launch an ebook and it really didn't take hold. How can the members of our audience tap in with you, schedule consultations, and become a part of your tribe, your investment family, your family of entrepreneurs and business owners? Because the experience that you have personally, professionally, can help not only develop not only the people that work with you, but the people who are just hearing the sound of your voice today. So share contact info, websites, how we can tap in, dial in, and change our lives today.
So you guys can go to www.ilifefitness. It's ILYF fitness.com. It stands for I Lead You Follow Fitness. And you can book a consultation on there. You can book a one-on-one on there. If you want to start your ebook, if you want to launch a actual book on Amazon or Barnes and Noble, I have 2 books on Amazon and Barnes and Noble. You can actually go click, start your process today. If you want to DM me on social media, you could DM me. I'm gonna, probably tell you go back over. But if you just have questions and you want to say, hey, this is where I'm at, just a little bit of advice, you can subscribe to my Instagram. If you already have a product or service and you just need a little sales advice, you can subscribe. It's like $20 a month. And I just drop exclusive gems. I answer questions, personalized questions. They don't have to be general. Hey, I have this and this is where I'm stuck at. I'm really good with giving solutions. So yeah, you can ask me questions in there. I can give you some solutions. Yeah, so just my website and my Instagram.
Hey man, thank you so much. It's great, man. Your smile, your energy is infectious. I'm so glad that Larry, myself, and you all were able to have this type of conversation, because it's so enlightening hearing how someone like yourself can have a vision, put processes in place, stick to the plan, and see the success at the other end of the rainbow. So thank you so much. And I know Larry,
I'm still curious though, Dynasty.
Yeah,
how
please.
did you get from helping people get their product into their store to their shops and actually using it, to now also being a part of the tax game? Like I saw that too, and I'm kind of curious on that too. So I need you to continue the story a little bit. Give me more.
Okay, so I was in the salon and I'm selling products. Most of these people have gotten comfortable with me coming to sell my products because I probably helped them, and they like having me in the, you know, the bar, especially the barbershop. So this particular time, I'm in this big salon suite, and you know, I come, I do my thing. You know, I got the samples. You know, just good. You know, that's why it's important to be confident in yourself and love what you do. Yep. So I'm sampling products, I'm selling products, and this one lady, she's in there and she goes, "Man, you crazy with the sales. Like, I just sat back and I just watched you since you walked in." She said, "I think you'd be good at doing taxes." Now, I never really sat behind no computer. I'm kind of a bring me the cash, here's the product. Yeah. I'm kind of one of them girls. I'm still kind of a little hustler. So when she was like, "I think you'd be good," I'm like, "Okay." We talked. She bought some products from me. She kept following up. I'm like, "I hate when people be trying to get me to do stuff." Yeah. And she kept trying to get me to do it, And this was like the end of the year. I'm on my fast. I always fast November, December. And I was like, "Okay, God, what's next for me? What's going to work next for me?" And God was like, "Call this lady back." Mm-hmm. So I called her back, and she was like, "Oh, the class is $800. So I gave her $800 for the class. We did the class. I still wasn't serious though. I'm just like, this lady, in between finally calling her back, this lady done took me to 4 dinners. She done invited me to her house. Yeah. I'm like, is she in love with me? Like, what's kind of happening? But you know, she saw a cash cow, unbeknownst to me. Yeah. And so I come into the industry. I'm still not really feeling it, but I done paid my money. I'm going to learn what I can. And I paid her to learn my own business. She never taught me that, but she did introduce me to the industry. And I worked alongside her. And I was like, whoa, that's a lot of money. And it's a lot of money, real fast. Yeah. And I'm like, this was how I'm supposed to help the people get the money to buy the product.
Okay.
And I put it all together. I'm like, this is it. They need guidance. Most people aren't financially literate like I was financially illiterate. They need to be told. They need somebody to help them get the money and then show them how to spend it and where to put it. That's it. Yeah. You come do your taxes with me. I'm going to help you start your own product line. I'm going to give you the coaching for free, and you're going to buy the products through me. Of course, I make, money off of that because I hand make my products from scratch. So you're going to buy the products from me. This is it. And I'm going to build a community, and I'm going to keep you in my community. And these people, they buy from me all year. So in exchange, I get to make sure I'm always making money because I'm serving the community. And when I show up and I put out the law of reciprocity, I'm going to get back. So whether they buy my products, whether they come buy wholesale, but most importantly, I've already put them in position. Why? Because I done helped them get their tax refund.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. I've helped them get their refund. I have somebody that fixed credit. So whatever that is, I do their tax planning. I know what their tax planning, how much taxes they need to pay. You want to buy a house? I know what your tax projections need to look like. I can go in there and I can amend it. Oh, this was the missing link to my business. And then, mind you, I'm working with somebody else. And then I get the opportunity to, of course, I want to keep all my money. Yeah. I'm already working for somebody else, and I got a team of 14 people, and I'm not handling the money. I need to do this myself, and I need to handle the money. And I need to be able to, that part. And all these people coming, so I'm helping them feed their families. They're working with me. They're commission splitting with me. So now, like the brokers, like they're working with me. Yeah. They're using my exclusive wisdom. They're using my sales. See, that's what a lot of tax professionals, they don't have. They post a flyer and think that that's the marketing. They don't have the funnels. They don't have the people skills to actually bring these people in. If people been coming to me for 3 years, I reached out to those people and said, hey, I want to help you make money.
Yeah.
I appreciate you. can you become an authorized referral agent for me? That took my business to the next level.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you $200 to $300 per person when other tax companies giving you 50 because I'm not money hungry. I'm not money hungry. When I help you feed your family, when you help people make money, you're like God to people.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then not only that, they're not only watching you make money, they're watching you expand businesses. They're watching you work your business. They're watching you be consistent. They're watching you post numbers, and you're their leader. They're like, this has to work.
Yeah.
I just got to do what she do. I got to get up early. I got to keep working.
Right.
All of this
Right.
retired entrepreneur. No, you got to keep working.
Yeah.
So that's how I was able to kind of funnel when people say, oh my gosh, you do so much. I had to put everything, kind of lay it out.
Yeah.
My tax company feed me for the year.
Yeah.
And not only that, it feed those people who want to believe in me, who are loyal to me, who trust me to help them feed their families. So all those single women who like, man, I just want to come out of it. I want to come up. Guess what? They get the mentorship from me. These people can't afford to pay me, but guess what? I can mentor you and I can build you up and make you that bull and go out there and bully the e-commerce space. Go out there, bring back those leads, help you make money. And now I'm showing you what to do with the money. Guess what? You could be real sad. I don't care if somebody died. Somebody bring you a lot of money. You ain't gonna be as sad. You ain't gonna be grieving as hard. I don't care if the big mom that passed. Somebody bring you $1 million. We love Big Mom, but we ain't grieving that hard, right?
It ain't gonna be as bad, no doubt about it.
Be as bad.
You can go buy yourself a good old fancy dinner to feel a little bit better, a nice new outfit to feel a little fresher. You're right, definitely.
So now I got the tax money. So whether you're a consumer and you want to start a business or do something, so whether you just want to get your taxes done and they still want to start a product line, they still want to leverage and make more money. So they have the money to invest in the coaching to go do that. Whether you say, hey, I want to make money in the tax industry under your leadership, you're going to give me a 50% commission cut. And now you're under my leadership that you could not afford unless you were working with me or for me. Yeah. Then I have people that come get their taxes done and they want to start that business. Now they got the money and everybody is doing what they're supposed to do. So it's kind of how I've funnel all of those books together, whether it's people who work with me or people who buy from me. I'm a producer, whether it's my books, whether it's my ebooks, whether it's my in-person classes. These are the people that are following me. These are the people who are keeping my name and my face good in the street. Yeah. These are the people that believe in me. These are the people that keep me going. Why? Because I'm helping them feed their families. I'm helping them build their businesses. I'm helping them achieve their dreams.
Yeah. You know, as we think about it, because you have such a mindset. So for me, my grandmother was my first entrepreneur, right? My grandmother was the cool cup lady, the lady that sold the candy in the neighborhood. Like that was that person that I didn't know what entrepreneurship was at that time, but I just saw her create an additional income to what it was that she was doing. As you think about maybe your upbringing or when in your youth, when was your first experience with entrepreneurship, or was it a particular person in your life that kind of was like, okay, I can try this, so I can get better? Because like you said, what you've done a lot when it comes to sales, that's a different nerve. That's like public speaking. A lot of people just between sales and public speaking, that's a hard level to get to. And so what kind of helped trigger that for you or when did you first see that was a skill set that you were strong in?
So my mom had my sister and I back to back. My sister was a preemie. So in less than a year, she had 2 kids. Oh, wow. And she had us at 14 and 15. Oh, so wow. She didn't finish school because she already had 2 kids and another third baby on the way. Yeah. And so she got an opportunity to start a healthcare agency, but she couldn't read. She never got to the 6th grade because she couldn't read. That was just something. My sister was a preemie. She was older than me. Yeah. So she had a disability, a learning disability to where she couldn't read. So it's us 3. So now for whatever reason, I was able to pick up really good reading and comprehension skills. So back then we had AOL dial-up, you know.
Yeah. I remember. Yeah.
We had AOL dial-up back then. And so for whatever reason, I was just a little bit more savvy with the computer. And my mom was trying to start this healthcare agency, but she couldn't read a lot of the documents. So most of the time where our kids were, I never did any sports or anything growing up because I had to be her reader. So as paperwork and documents came in, I had to read. So when I'm reading this, I have to follow the directions, and I have to go in 9, 10, and 11 years old. I have to take what it's telling me her to do on this paper, and I got to get on the computer, and I got to go. I got to fill out the information. I have to do the research for her for this business. My mom ended up building out that business, making 6 figures a month in this healthcare agency. So in order to make that kind of money as a person that can't read, you need a strong reader. She never had an assistant. I did payroll. I was billing and coding at 12 years old. Because my mama wanted to keep the money. So she went to a billing and coding class, and she brought her child that didn't have a babysitter, and she made me sit there and learn billing and coding at 11 years old.
Come on, Mom. Wow.
Listen.
I was crying because I'm not getting treated like my siblings. They get to sleep. They get to be teenagers. They get to be kids. I'm up on the computer because sometimes billing has to be done by midnight for you to get paid. I'm up because I had to go to school. I had to be a kid. So now I'm up. I'm billing. I'm using the codes. I'm respite care, this and that. And I hated it. I actually hated her for it. I never was able to cheerlead. I never ran track. I never did any sports. But guess what? I wasn't going to grow up and be a cheerleader. That's the reason I ended up growing up, being an entrepreneur, having the cognitive skills, being able to read the room, being able to read people. I missed a lot of school growing up, and I still graduated with honors at the top of my class. I had a mama that when I came home, I had to start filling out timesheets, paperwork, getting the clients ready. You don't do homework. You do that on your own time. That's the type of mom that I had. So I learned how to balance, you got to be able to, because she's still going to beat you for having bad grades. Even though she's
right.
Do your homework on your own time. She's still going to beat you because I got to do her work. I got to do my work. I have a sister who the family has kind of like put me to help her with her homework, and she's older than me because she has a learning disability. So I got to do her work for her. This. Most of the time I did my homework when I got to class the day of. Between classes, I was able to take care of my work. But it taught me how to do this, how to do that, how to read, how to communicate with people, check emails, check the tone of an email, be straightforward. As my mom is talking to these people in Tallahassee that's over Medicaid and all of this and all of that, I'm talking on the I'm listening to the conversation because they're telling her what she needs. If you can't read, you can't comprehend.
You're right. No.
So while they're telling her, I have to sit here and I have to write it down, and I gotta make it what they say. You gotta make it what they call it.
Make it plain.
I have to put it in layman's terms. So I gotta comprehend. Not only do I have to comprehend exactly how she say, I have to translate it back to a person that can't read to where she understands it. And most of the time, I gotta be the one executing it because she still don't understand.
Wow.
So that's where I got my entrepreneur sense. And once I went to prison and they was like, "Oh, you can only work here, you can only work there," I was able to, God kind of set up my path for me.
Yeah. Wow. You know what? Yeah, because no one ever learns in the fire's den that way. Like everyone else has a slower process to get in there, but like right there, that's how you knock it out the ballpark. It really justifies why you're able to do so many things and feel so comfortable. And like you said, you can be in your own space and you can build out a community around you. So I commend you for that. And I honestly thank you so much for giving us so much of your time today. And just really pointing to our audience, because you didn't hold anything back. You gave them gems that if they take them, and as we clip this up, if they're able to take these things and just really grow their business by starting with reaching out to you, that would be amazing for them, and I hope they know that.
Y'all definitely give them. If you guys say you came from the Prime Real Estate Network show, I'll give you guys a free 20-minute. That's the only thing free. I'll give you guys a free 20-minute consultation. So you guys can just reach out to me via DM. If you go to the website, there is a message tab where you can send a message. Just send your full name, your information, what question do you have, so you can kind of know what it is that you want from me. Because most people don't know. They'll sit and they'll be like, oh. And so a lot of times I'm like, what do you feel I can do for you? So you're kind of clear on what you want. Yeah, just DM me and I'll give you the free 20-minute consultation.
That's what's up, man. Prime Real Estate, make sure y'all say that.
Thank you so much, man. This is outstanding. Larry and I will never forget this interview. The members of our audience will never forget the day that they met Miss Dynasty Hamilton on the Prime Real Estate Network. Thank you so much, because this type of transparency and candor is something that you don't always get in this type of space. Right. So I'm sure the people that work with you, business partners, friends, and family are so proud of your successes, your evolution as a businesswoman and entrepreneur. And we want to thank you so much, Queen, for sitting in on the show with us today.
Thank you guys for having me. I appreciate you guys.
Thank you so much. It's a pleasure. Have a great one.
You too.
Yeah. Man, Larry, that was, there's not many opportunities that we have to be able to be educated and mentored at the same time we're interviewing a guest, man. I'm here taking notes. I'm sure members of the audience was like, man, what is Rick writing down? She was dropping so many priceless gems that I'm sure people that's going to watch this episode are going to come back and ask me questions about the interview. I wanted to have some of her facts written down. I wanted to have her contact info. So I urge everyone in the audience, tap in with Miss Dynasty Hamilton and become a part of the movement.
Yeah. I mean, that was big, man, because a lot of the skill sets, those things you just can't randomly learn. The things that she's able to teach, you can't learn those through somebody that hasn't been through that trial by fire. And now it explains it, because like I said, I've followed her on social media and watched, a journey since I've met her. And then it explains the consistency that she is when it comes to her products, the ability of her teaching and coaching people. Like, she's the things that she's not shy about. She actually shows these things in her world. Everything that she was saying, these are things that I've seen her doing when it comes to her platform. So man, that's amazing. Like, just, in an entrepreneurship or really being a serial entrepreneur, now it just really makes sense, because that's definitely the lane that she's in. Yep.
No, look, I want to thank her again, man. I want to thank you so much for asking her to be on the show, man. This is one of the type of interviews that is actually going to be a game changer for members of our audience. And I urge everybody to tap in and add some of this knowledge to your tool belt. That's right. Look, man, is there anything you'd like to say to our audience in closing this week, Larry, as far as what's going on this week in the world of the Texas Real Estate King, or BDREF?
Yeah, man. Listen, anyone that's looking to get into this real estate industry, that you wanted to be mentored and coached up properly, we definitely have them reach out to me. I love an opportunity to speak with them. Definitely want to tell y'all to make sure you reach out to Dynasty. Make sure you put Prime Real Estate Network either in the DM or in the message box where you found out and heard about her. Definitely find a way to tap in. Want to let everybody know, just be locked in, man. Stay prayed up. This is a good time. Make sure y'all like, subscribe, and share. Turn on your alerts here with the Prime Real Estate Network. And man, we appreciate you.
Thank you so much, man. On behalf of myself, Ric Davis, and the Texas Real Estate King, Mr. Larry W. Brooks, we urge everyone in the Prime Real Estate Network audience, until next week at this same time, please be safe and be blessed.
And be blessed.